Confidence, having strong belief or full assurance, sure of one's self, having no uncertainty about one's own ability. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Maria and on my channel I create videos around everything nursing. I am trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe to my channel and also make sure you give this video a like if you found it helpful. So in this video I'm going to be sharing a handful of tips that I found really helpful when it came to reducing nerves and increasing my level of confidence in preparation for not only my nursing school interview, but also when it came for the interview process when I was, applying to become a registered nurse. Being confident has so many benefits. You stop fearing the future and judgment of others, you're able to communicate your ideas with others, and some people might argue that because of the benefits that I've listed above, you're generally a happier person. Generally, when we look at confident people, they appear to be happy, they appear to be self-assured, and they carry a positive energy most of the time. But then why is it that some people are confident and others are not? Or why is it that in some situations we feel as if we lose our confidence and we become a bag of nerves? Well, that is because confidence is not static. Confidence is a feeling and it changes like the weather. One day you may be really confident and the next day you could lose all confidence about the exact same thing that you felt super confident about. Maria, how do I make the bag of nerves disappear? Well, you've come to the right place. So the first tip is to make sure you prepare. This may seem super obvious or it may seem like a really stupid tip, but it's to make sure you really prepare. I found that in situations where I wasn't as confident or in situations where I was really nervous, a lot of the time it came down to the fact that I did not do the preparation and I felt like there was no value to what I was saying and I felt silly, hence why I lost all confidence and hence why I felt really nervous. But I found in situations where I prepared, in situations where I knew what I was going to do, the chances of me being very nervous or the chances of me losing my confidence was reduced. So for me, preparation kind of equals confidence, just because I feel like when I'm prepared, I feel like I have value, that there is value to what I'm saying and I can bring that to the table. But at the same time, there has been situations where I've done all the preparation, where I've done all the work beforehand and I'm still very nervous, and really in those situations I have to tell myself, Maria, you've done a preparation, you're okay, calm down. You deserve to be here, you've put the prep work to be here. You're not here by chance, you're here because you've worked hard. I deserve to be here. I've done the prep work. I know exactly what I'm doing. I didn't get here by chance. I got here because I put in the hard work. I've got here because of the grace of God. Then, that kind of should help reduce the nerves and increase your level of confidence. The second tip is to understand that you don't know everything. There's not one person on this earth that knows everything. And even if they did know everything, not everything is going to be relevant. So don't be thinking, oh my gosh, I've spent like 50 hours revising for this nursing interview, and then last minute you've watched one of my videos and you realize, oh my gosh, I didn't revise this area of nursing practice, or oh my gosh, I didn't practice this area. Not everything is gonna come up in your nursing interview. And if it does come up in your nursing interview, if you practice other areas like extensively, then you can translate some of what you've practiced in that area to this area that you may not have been aware of. Because if you've looked at your essential and your desirable criteria, you know that everything isn't relevant. You are not God, so chill. Even when we look at the nurse profession, it is a profession where you are learning all the time. It's not a one and done thing where you do your 3-year degree and you're done with it. The person who is interviewing you, they know that you're not going to know everything. So let's just say, for example, during your nursing school interview, you are asked a question and you have absolutely no idea. There are some things that you should do before you say, I have no idea. I do have a video where I talk about that in more detail, so make sure you check out that video after you've watched this one. I do want to say before we go into the final 2 points is that sometimes a lack of confidence and sometimes being a bag of nerves may be a reflection of, built up tension in other areas of your life. So make sure you address those first, and then these points may be easier for you guys to apply. The next tip when it comes to reducing your nerves and increasing the level of confidence you have in preparation for any interview actually that you may have is make sure you eliminate or you push through limiting beliefs. And when I'm talking about limiting beliefs, I mean things like, oh, I'm too old for this, I'm too old for a career in nursing, oh, I'm not smart enough, oh, I don't know my outfit, I don't really look the part. Eliminate those self-limiting beliefs. No, I'm not too old enough. No, my outfit is bomb, I look good. Or no, I'm not too young. Or no, I'm not, I am smart enough. I am very smart. Eliminate your limiting beliefs. Or if you find it difficult to eliminate your limiting beliefs, maybe just kind of reword them. For example, I'm too old. Okay, I'm too old. That means I've lived longer enough. That means I have more real life experiences that I could bring to my nursing school interview. Or you could say, maybe if you think that I'm not smart enough, even though you are smart enough, because if you weren't smart enough, they would not have invited you for an interview, period. So if, for example, maybe one of your limiting self-beliefs is that, oh, I'm not smart enough, you could just say, okay, I'm not smart enough. That means I'm a perfect candidate for this nursing degree course where they are literally going to teach me what it is that I need to know to really develop into the role of a nurse. I'm only sharing this experience because I've actually interviewed someone who actually felt this, but there was this guy, he was diabetic. I'm not sure if it was type 1 or type 2, but it was using insulin anyway. He was this wasn't in relation to nursing school interviews, this was like in a different role that I had. But there was this guy who was diabetic, and I don't know, for some strange reason, I'm not sure because I'm not in his head, but he felt like, because he was diabetic, he felt like he wasn't a worthy candidate for the position that he was applying for. And you know, something like that, I am diabetic, he might be thinking, oh, I'm diabetic, I'm not worthy enough. If you're in that situation, or if you have like a limiting belief, or not a limiting belief because that's something that was a reality for him, but he could have, not he could have, but one way of kind of rewording that, or one way of kind of like retwisting that is actually, yes, I am diabetic. That means that I can relate more to my diabetic patients, or I can relate more to people who have other long-term health conditions. Find a way of rewording it, or look at it from a different angle, because rewording it, yes, is easy enough if it's something that you just believe and may not actually be fact. But if it's something that's actually fact, look at it from a different angle. Yes, you're diabetic, but that doesn't mean you're less worthy than someone else. You're probably more worthy because you're able to relate to diabetic people more than someone like me who isn't diabetic. So yeah, reword it or look at it from a different angle. I'm gonna read this thing because I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, so one thing that I found really helpful when it came through pushing through limiting beliefs was practicing elsewhere where the risk was low. And funny enough, it had a positive impact on other areas of my life when it came to nursing school presentations, when it came to your nursing school interview process. Let's just say, for example, trying a new meal. Because I pushed myself and I put myself out of my comfort zone and tried a new meal, I felt more confident when it came to other things like nursing school interviews, when it came to presentations and other things that I wasn't really confident in doing. Because I'd applied it in this era of my life, somehow it kind of like dissolved and kind of transferred into other areas of my life. Plan to do something nice before your interview and plan to do something nice after your interview. So let's just say your interview is at 12 o'clock. Before, what I used to do, I would like do so much revision and try and cramp in as much revision before my nursing interview. No, I wouldn't really recommend doing that unless you really feel like, damn, like I haven't done any revision, this is last minute. I wouldn't do that. What I would do is, if my interview was at 12 o'clock, at 10 o'clock, I'd maybe like have a late breakfast. I'd probably have like my favorite breakfast. So if I was really craving porridge that day, I'd be like, yes, I'm not just gonna have any porridge. I'm gonna make this porridge Instagram worthy. I'm gonna make a really nice porridge. And then after my interview, I'm gonna watch like a movie that I really enjoy, like favorite movie of all time. I'm gonna watch Black Panther after my nursing school interview. And the reason why I feel like that kind of helps to reduce the amount of nerves that you have, and it helps to increase your level of confidence, is because you're doing something that you like. You're doing something that you're familiar with. So mixing the familiar with the unfamiliar will make the unfamiliar, which is a nursing school interview, feel as if it's something familiar. Because you know, when this interview's done, I'm watching Black Panther. I'm gonna have a good time regardless of how this interview goes, or regardless of how it doesn't go. So yeah, that's one tip that I found very, very helpful when it came to reducing the amount of nerves that I have, period, and also when it came to just increasing the level of confidence that I have. So there we have it, a handful of things that you guys can do to increase your level of confidence and also to reduce the level of nerves that you may be experiencing. If you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel so that you're notified when I upload a video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.